With this NBA season coming to a close, there won't be much more change in the award races. I made a video on my award predictions around the All-Star break, but plenty has changed since then. So with that out of the way, in this video, I'm going to be predicting the MVP, Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Sixth Man of the Year, Most Improved Player, and Coach of the Year as it stands right now. Before we get this video started, I just want to say there will be more videos coming out this week, and if you like this video, leave a like if you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, and let's get right into it. First up, Coach of the Year. Not one that many people care much about, but for that, it hasn't changed at all this season. Quinn Snyder is the Coach of the Year, and there isn't really any competition. The Jazz have exceeded any expectation they had before this year without making any major changes to the roster. Whether or not Snyder's the reason for the success, he's in the perfect position to win the award. Sixth Man of the Year has been relatively controversial recently. Many people believe it should be voted differently, as usually the winner isn't a bench player but more of a starter just coming off the bench. Many fans feel like it should be voted on based on impact and fit as a sixth man rather than just the best bench player. And if that were the case, the winner would be completely different. But that isn't how the award is voted. So this year's Sixth Man of the Year is Jordan Clarkson. Clarkson has been averaging 18 a game on the first-seeded Jazz. And while his overall efficiency hasn't been great, there really isn't any other player who has a better chance than him. He's been the best bench player on a top team and will win the Sixth Man of the Year award. Rookie of the Year is one that's hard to rank this year. With the 2020 draft class generally having been worse than in years past, there are a few candidates, but in my eyes it comes down to LaMelo Ball and Anthony Edwards. LaMelo was by far the best rookie when I did the award predictions first, but after he got hurt and Edwards stepped up, I would have to give it to Anthony Edwards now. He's played more games and his numbers are just as good, if not better now. Even though he's on a terrible team and LaMelo is on a playoff team, the wins generally don't matter as much for Rookie of the Year as they do for MVP. And the wins won't make up the missed games. So the 2021 Rookie of the Year, in my opinion, goes to Anthony Edwards of the Minnesota Timberwolves. At the All-Star break, I was almost certain Jeremy Grant would win the Most Improved Player award. But after slowing down a little bit and getting hurt, he lost his shot at the award, which will instead go to Julius Randle. Leading the Knicks in points, rebounds, and assists, he's one of the best passing big men, and if Jokic wasn't Jokic, he might be the best this season. While the statistical improvement for him wasn't as impressive as someone like Christian Wood or Jeremy Grant, his impact has improved by a lot too, leading the Knicks to a playoff position for the first time in years. Before the season started, nobody would have ever predicted the Knicks would be in the playoffs, let alone a fourth seed. With the team on track to have home court advantage in the first round. Not all of the success is due to Randle, but I would say a good portion of it is. Averaging 24, 10, and 6 on a top 4 seed is no easy feat, and Randle is by far the most improved player this year. The Defensive Player of the Year is hard for me to decide. The consensus take right now seems to be Gobert, and while he has been an incredible defender as always, I don't know how much voter fatigue will affect him. He didn't win last year, but he did win the 2 previous seasons, and if he hadn't won those 2 Defensive Player of the Years, he would be an easy favorite, but this year I'm unsure. I'll give him the slightest edge over Ben Simmons and Miles Turner. His defensive impact is more than just blocks. The looming threat of Gobert in the paint causes teams to change their offensive game plan entirely, so I'm giving DPOY to Gobert, but it really could go to either Simmons or Turner realistically, and it's all up to how the voters are feeling. MVP. If you've seen my other videos, you know how I feel on this. There isn't really much of a debate. Steph Curry has been amazing, but the late season push isn't enough to make up for not even being a top 8 seed. Nikola Jokic is this year's MVP, and you can say all you want about how he fares against previous MVPs, but he's winning this year. I've tried to be as unbiased as possible on my views on this before, but it's not much of a debate anymore. Most people are on his side at this point, so it shouldn't be a shock. If Embiid had never gotten hurt, the conversation would be much different, but he unfortunately has missed too many games. So Jokic is this year's MVP. So these are my predictions for this year's award. Most of these choices seem to be generally accepted, so it shouldn't be too controversial, but you have the right to disagree. But what do you think? Did I get it right, or is it all wrong? Let me know in the comments. As always, if you like this video, leave a like. If you like this kind of content, be sure to subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.